Hello everyone, this is KD here. In this video, I'm going to narrate you the story of Ali Kogia. This is English Literature Chapter 10, the story of Ali Kogia. I am going to first read out the whole story as it is in your textbook, and then I'm going to explain it. I'm going to read and explain you understand the whole story. In this story, it is a play form. It is in the form of play, and in this story, we are going to see how a merchant tries to cheat his friend. Let's see what happens here. Here I am starting the story. Scene 1. Time is one evening. The place is the house of a merchant in Baghdad. Characters are the merchant and the merchant's wife. Here start the play. The merchant and his wife are at supper. Supper mean the evening meal is called the supper. So both husband and wife are at the supper table. And wife said, "Our neighbors bought some fine olives today. It has been a long time since we have had olives. I am quite hungry for them." That's when the wife is saying to her husband, the merchant husband, that it has been very long time we had olives. Our neighbors had brought olives. So I am hungry. So can you brought it some for us so that we also can have olives? What are olives? Olives are a type of fruits, black color, plum type, which are eaten, especially in the Gulf countries. Now let's see what the merchant said. "Now that you speak of olives, you remind me of the jar which Ali Kogia left with me." Ali Kogia is also a character. So merchant has reminded of the jar of Ali Kogia which he had. Then wife, pointing to a jar in another part of the room, said, "This is the very jar waiting for him to return." Merchant said, "He must certainly be dead, since he has not returned in all this time. Give me a plate. I will open the jar, and if the olives be good, we will eat them." That's mean Ali Kogia must be a person who have kept a jar with olives with them, and now they are planning to have that olives. Wife said, "Pray, husband, do not commit so base an action." Base mean without moral principle. "Pray, husband, do not commit so base an action. You know nothing is more sacred than what is left to one's care and trust." Sacred mean valuable. That's when the wife is saying that if someone keep a trust on us, we should not break his or her trust. It is a sin to break anybody's trust, so we will not have olive. Then her husband merchant said, "But I am certain that Ali Kogia will never return." Wife said, and I have a strong feeling that he will. That's when the wife is thinking that Ali Cogia will return to take his jar. What will he think of your honor if he finds that the jar has been opened? That's when wife is saying to her husband merchant that what will he think, Ali Cogia will think about us when he will see that the jar is open. If someone has kept something with us, we should not open it. But here the merchant is trying to open. That is why the wife is saying, don't cheat Ali Cogia, don't open his jar. But the merchant has said to his wife, surely a jar of olives is not to be guarded so carefully year after year. Merchant is saying, there must be something else, not olives, because olives cannot be guarded a year after year. But the wife was not ready in helping her husband. That is why she said, that is Ali Cogia's affair, not ours. That means wife want to say, if you think if there are no lives, something else, it is Ali Cogia's affair. Why you want to open his jar when he gave you to keep? We should only guard it, not open it. Wife said, that is Ali Cogia's affair, not ours. Besides, the olives can't be good after all this time. If something food, eatables, if we keep for a long time, it is not fit for eating after so long time keeping inside something. That is why the wife said, the olives cannot be good as it is kept for a long time. But the merchant, taking the plate, the merchant, her husband said, I mean to have a taste of them at least. That's when after the wife said also, if the olives are kept inside the jar for a long time, you should not taste it. It is not good. It must be spoiled. But still the merchant want to taste it. Wife indignantly. Indignantly means angrily. You are betraying the trust your friend placed in you. Betraying means being disloyal to, cheating. The wife said, you are betraying the trust, the wife said, you are betraying the trust your friend placed in you. I will not stand here to see it. That's when the wife is not liking. The merchant wife is not accepting the fact that her husband is cheating on Ali Cogia by opening it and tasting the olives kept in it. She leaves the room. The merchant crosses and removes the cover from the jar. Merchant, looking in the jar, said, my wife was right. The olives are covered with mold. Mold means a fungi growth commonly found on food or other organic matter. Generally, when we keep food or eatable thing for longer time, what happened? Mold grow on it. That means it is a sign that it got spoiled. It become bad, not suitable for eating. So the merchant is saying, looking in the jar, my wife was right. The olives are covered with mold. But those at the bottom may still be good. How greedy this merchant is. He's thinking at the bottom, maybe some good olives are there and I will have it. He turns the jar up and shakes out the olives. That means he is shaking the olives so that the olives which are good, he is thinking at the bottom, may come up. He turns the jar up and shakes out the olives. Oh my God, what happens? Several gold pieces fall out. That means the jar which his friend, that means the merchant friend Ali Kogia, has kept, by telling him that some olives are inside it, but actually inside the jar which Ali Kogia gave his merchant friend to keep, olives, only olives was not there, but inside the olives some gold coins were there. That is why the jar was covered. So several gold pieces came out from that jar. Now let's see the reaction. What happens to this greedy merchant? The merchant, seeing those gold coins, says, "What is this? Gold pieces?" Then he shakes the jar again. There is a shower of gold pieces. That's when he made up his mind that there must be more gold pieces. So I should try shaking it more and more. So what he did the same. He shook it more and more. Then the merchant, dropping the jar in astonishment. Astonishment means great surprise. What he has done is, he dropped the jar on the floor in surprise to find out what was inside. Then the merchant said, 1,000 pieces at least. Only the top of the jar was laid with olives. He puts the gold into his pocket. How can this greedy merchant can keep anybody's gold inside his pocket, but still he is keeping? Only the top of the jar was laid with olive. He puts the gold into his pockets. Tonight, when my wife is asleep, that's been about this gold coin, this merchant, this greedy merchant, didn't say to his wife also. And he's saying, tonight, when my wife is asleep, I will fill the jar entirely with fresh olives. For these show they have been disturbed. Because he is thinking that this shows that the jar has been disturbed. That means someone had checked it. That is why he is trying to cover the upper part with fresh olives. Tonight, when my wife is asleep, merchant is saying, I will fill the jar entirely with all fresh olives. For this show they have been disturbed. And I will make up the jar so that no one except Ali Kogia himself will know they have been touched. That means no one will come to know the jar except Ali Kogia. He will definitely find out it has been touched, but no one else could come to know. And some gold coins I will keep for myself, he thought. So these were all the scene 1. Now I am coming to scene 2. Scene 2 is time 1 month later, a moonlight night. Places a small court opening up upon a narrow street of Baghdad. The characters, here the characters are the Caliph, Caliph means the ruler of a city or a region. Then the Grand Wazir, Wazir a senior officer just like minister. First child who plays the Qazi. Qazi means a judge. Jane, who plays the merchant. Second child, who plays the officer. Two boys, who play the olive merchant. Third child, who plays Ali Cogia. And many other children who look on. So these were the characters in second scene of this play. The Caliph and his Grand Vizier enter the narrow street upon which the court opens. They are in disguise. Disguise mean in a different appearance in order to hide one's true identity. So they are in disguise, appearing as merchants. Now let's see what the Caliph says. Caliph saying, perhaps we may hear some talk of this affair of Ali Cogia and the merchant as we go through the city tonight. Wazir replied. Wazir said, it is possible, Commander. The affair has made a great noise in Baghdad. Caliph said, Ali Cogia carried the merchant before the Qazi, I believe. Wazir said, yes, he claimed that the merchant had taken from him 1,000 pieces of gold. That's mean the merchant has taken 1,000 pieces of gold and Ali Cogia has come to know and he has filed a case against the merchant. And this Caliph and Wazir had disguised themselves to find out the actual truth. Okay? So Caliph said, Ali Cogia carried the merchant before the Qazi. Before the Qazi, I believe. Wazir said, yes, he claimed that the merchant had taken from him 1,000 pieces of gold. Caliph said, proceed. I would like to know all about it. Wazir said, Ali Cogia left with this merchant. Ali Cogia left with this merchant. So he says, a jar in which he had placed this money. Upon his return, which was but yesterday, he went to the merchant and having received the jar, opened it. To his surprise, he found that the gold which he had hidden below a layer of olives was no longer there. Caliph said, that is what Ali Cogia says. What says the merchant? That's when here Caliph and Wazir is discussing among themselves whether the Wazir merchant has taken Ali Cogia's gold which he has kept under the layer of the olives in the jar or not. And whether the Ali Cogia is saying truth or whether the merchant is innocent or saying truth. The Caliph wants to know that. That is why he said to Wazir, that is what Ali Cogia says. What says the merchant? Wazir replied, the merchant took an oath. Oath means declaration to tell the truth before the Qazi that he did not know there was money in the jar and so, of course, could not have taken it. And Caliph says, and the Qazi dismissed the merchant, I believe. Wazir said, yes, Commander, the merchant was acquitted. Acquitted means freed of criminal charges. That means when Ali Cogia says to Qazi that the merchant has taken his money, and when The merchant was brought to Qazi and was made to take the oath. The merchant said that he had not taken the money after taking the oath, and that is why he was freed. He was removed from all the charges and he was freed. Then Caliph says, this Ali Qawqiyah presented a petition to me today. That is why when Caliph is saying, when this Ali Qawqiyah did not get the justice by Qazi, he has put the petition, that's when came to me, and Ali Qawqiyah presented a petition to me today, and I promised to hear him tomorrow. If I could know the truth, if the matter, I may give a just sentence. So that is why this Caliph and Wazir is investigating who is the real culprit. So what happens next? Whether Ali Qawqiyah gets his money, whether Caliph becomes successful in finding the truth and giving justice to Ali Qawqiyah. To find out this, see my next video, part 2 of the story of Ali Qawqiyah. Till then, goodbye, be safe. See you again. Goodbye.